nudity, sexual content, violence.
Is this the Dix episode? Maybe.
Oh god, the
Oh my god.
the urge to just hit skip is like, oh yes. The shocking reveal that was not actually a reveal. Alright. Not to me!
It's too common knowledge at this point.
Yeah.
In placement,
I feel like that's fast-tracking
it was
trauma.
an elaborate code.
That's gotta be interesting. Like, a therapist would love this.
This is the Dix episode. Because
Huzzah.
it's Nate's episode.
Nice. This is handy though, because if you ever get asked, like, can you pinpoint when your trauma started, it's like, yep, very specifically. This specific day. Well, that's interesting, because I've seen this specific scene talked about recently. Because of something that happens in either the most recent episode or the second to most. And people were speculating. Great parenting lesson. Everyone's out to get you. They'll hate your guts.
By 12,
Be defensive all the time.
a rigid diet and workout schedule.
Now go out into the world.
Within a year,
This guy would be a nightmare to have as a neighbor, Jesus. That looked like he was about to throw up or shit himself. Like, just like sitting on the sidelines, just do it. Do it. Sweating.
he could tell his dad.
It's a lot of dicks. Alright. Oh yeah, I've seen this clip.
Heels, turf.
I feel like he shouldn't be thinking about this so much. Slightly concerning.
What about, like...
Props to this actor, because that was like the most unflattering shot in the world. Just... I didn't realize that Cal has like a villain beard stash combo, where it's like not really connected, it's just like a villainous mustache with like a little goatee. Oh wait, I forgot to take notes. Okay, penises. Several. I think it's because I just watched this, but this is giving me Sixth Sense vibes when that girl throws up in the tent. Oh god. Oh god, that's so much glitter. Oh Jesus. Yeah, it's gonna majorly affect your relationship with your family forever. Whee! Is that Ethan? He looks familiar.
Yeah, I'm Ethan.
Yeah! I was like, I've seen this man do a dance many times.
Sorry, it's just like...
I'm Ethan.
Yeah, you said that.
The thing is, I'm like, I've seen this man do a big dance to I Need a Hero, and thus, I do respect him.
Correct.
It's like those, yeah, those dreams where like, you get put on stage and they're like, and now you're doing a thing, and you're like, I'm doing a what? I don't feel like there's ever a situation when you pick up broken glass in like a hand when like shake it at someone where it's like going well. There's like never a situation where that's a good sign. This is such a huge fancy bathroom. I'm like, ours had 2 stalls.
I don't want you to fucking
What a
check
cute
on me,
sweater.
whether I'm fine
I'm
or I'm
into
not
this.
fine. What difference are you going to make?
What you doing, buddy? Where are you going? This doesn't feel good. Now, I know this gets compared to Riverdale a lot too, but I do think the guy who plays Nate also happens to look like KJ Apa. So I'm like, I could see Archie being in this show.
My name is Ali.
Ali time.
And I'm an addict.
Oh yeah.
Actually, an
I have
addict
no
is
idea
a
what
nice
this
word for it. I was a stone-cold crackhead. I was also a firefighter, so I thought, you know, the two might
Wait,
cancel
I do
each
know
other
who
out
this is.
as long as I saved lives.
When did you first start getting into drugs? Well, very specifically. Like, I just watched all of BoJack Horseman over like 2 weeks.
So good.
And the way it keeps flashing back to being like, and this is where it started. But there's just like
Yeah.
50 of those. I feel like the solution is to just go beat the shit out of someone.
Yeah.
Conclusions.
Catherine really
Appreciate
using
everyone stop talking to me
her
like it
millennial.
was.
Wait, are these people
Frankly, it's
millennials? I get
offensive.
Gen Z. Yeah, really using her internet knowledge of like, are you admitting to watching child pornography? Secondly, is it because I'm fat? That she's the one in the video makes sense that they asked, but these like not going after the people who filmed it and shared it, like.
Rue is me. Unfit.
Although I will say this is like flat ground. Come on, come on.
Where are they? Freaking Colorado?
Oh yeah, them hills. I love her.
I know.
Cassie's smelling like him.
This house also
Ah,
looks
like
like it
mother, like
smells
daughter.
of cigarette smoke, like very
But she's a good
deeply.
girl.
It's a whole vibe.
Yeah, like you take one of those high,
Handle with care.
like those vacuum cleaners that like clean couches and stuff.
Excuse me, I've been dismissed.
Yeah.
It's just like everything's
You
gonna
have
be
fun.
2 shades lighter.
He's finally living his fantasy of protecting Maddie from.
Question mark?
Oh, yeah.
Want to throw to something
Because you're
that's
too
bullshit.
Damn,
little,
he's-
McKay.
It's just like
Not all freshmen. Look at my stats.
not processing anything
No,
she's
I don't
doing
get
or
it.
any vibe she's giving.
Yeah.
Why you gotta
It's
make
cute,
everything so sexual?
but I feel like I've had sweaters that had like glitter like that are itchy as shit.
They hurt, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, you're gonna be scrubbed raw when you take that off.
He was literally
Cassie,
just
not
like,
everything can be fixed with sex.
I don't want to fuck. I'm talking about sports, okay?
And how
God.
good I am at them.
Yeah, I'm fucking good at sports. God. He probably hurt himself doing like a bunch of takes of that.
Yeah, that's like, you're gonna have a bruise tomorrow, my guy.
Be this
No.
My name is Mouse. It's a pleasure to meet you.
good. But, you know, that's what happens when you hang out.
Mouse? That's those, like, need to get an origin story on that shit.
He doesn't last.
Aww. That child have a face
Sure you
tattoo?
don't want no
Oh
family?
yeah.
Nah,
Who
man, I
tatted
pulled
this
off that
child's
shit.
face?
Probably did it himself.
Hands
child?
to yourself, sir.
Yo, for real,
This is
bro.
like,
I don't want her fucking
slap.
with that shit.
No touchy!
Stress.
Yeah, I have no idea what's coming, so I'm just like, oh no. No! Oh no. Oh no. I forgot about Nate doing weird shit.
Fuck!
His first mistake is not running out the door immediately.
Asking me to. I was the one that was saying no.
She was blacked out.
Dude, she wasn't blacked out, man. I swear to God, she asked me to fuck her, like, right here, right now.
You could rape a
Oh,
girl,
Nate,
nobody would
this
do it,
is...
No, don't worry. Don't worry, I was worried there too, but don't worry. At least they don't show it.
I don't like how he's like, kind of like real punching where it's kind of just like flaily.
It's quick.
Oh god, we're still here. No. Mouse,
Come on, pay up, little sis.
be gone, sir. Mouse, I can sense you are not a man of honor. Call me an empath.
Maybe you're a psychic.
Aw. Should go and take a sleepy sleep.
He's changing into his clothes. Yep.
Wait, in this man's house? In this man's house you showered? Ooh. The disrespect.
He just laughed.
I thought that was a gun. I thought this was gonna escalate.
Yeah,
What
look, I'm gonna need a little
the
help
fuck is the
with
music
Rue.
doing? Duh. Duh, duh.
To Mount Everest, the starting chords.
Yeah.
He's taking her out in that other dude's outfit.
That's such a weird power play.
He's so crazy. There's a German re-upload. Kat said, I'm big in Germany. Oh.
So in the comments, any fits of her feet, there's always one person.
It's sure you don't remember.
Oh no.
McKay, where was this energy literally hours earlier?
Yeah. Oh god. It was like 100% it's just like the other guy's head. Just like, surprise. Is that Madoka? That would make sense. Like, yep, that is a show Jules would watch.
Yeah. And the actress does watch it in real life too.
Nice.
Is this a reveal you know?
No? Or I may have read it, but I can't. I don't remember.
It's about to happen anyway.
Oh, exciting. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh!
Yeah.
Jules, run! Flee!
And they're just gonna end it like that. Like, rewatching this first season, I really appreciate why people are saying that they prefer the first season. Because it's, like, way more cohesive. There's better balance between the different characters' storylines.
Yeah.
But season 2 is so funny. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Like, this one is more like depressing backstories and Nate hurting everyone he can possibly hurt. But season 2 is like just jokes on jokes on jokes. So
I have seen, I think, because I knew I wasn't going to be able to not watch it. I have seen most of the play
oh yeah,
from season 2
so
because
good.
it is hilarious to me.
So good.
And now I'm just like so excited for it to like lead up to that. But also I'm like, I need context for the things I've seen in that episode. So I'm like, I'm ready for the journey. I'm ready to see where it goes.
And credit journey.
Knowing the end point, yeah.
I can't wait for the carnival episode. That'll be so fun for us.
Ooh.
Oh man.
I feel like I've seen anything from a carnival.
It's so... That's like... That has one of the funniest moments in this show, I have to say.
Nice.
But yeah, oh man, so this episode we got unhinged, fully unhinged Nate.
Yeah, that he is concerning as a person.
Yeah, and the fact that he has time to be like... He like had like 3 different people he was messing with in one day.
Yeah, God, I think that's the thing that's the most shocking about the Jules Texter shy guy whatever reveal is like, damn Nate, you have this much time on your hands
How?
to like just your regular life and then also this alter ego. God,
Yeah.
channel this energy into something more productive, my guy.
For real. Or like, take a nap. Like, why are you up for
too.
so long?
Yeah, can't be good for you.
Oh man.
But it's also like the origin of cat camming, which I have seen a couple of clips of.
People have made
so
some
that makes sense.
cool music videos of just like Cat's
Yeah.
transformation.
I'm trying to. So, the scene from the very beginning is interesting because there's a scene I think in the last episode that came out or the second to last where it's Nate and Cassie, I want to say, having sex, and he has like a flash of his dad being there and him being Cassie, and people had theories.
Yeah, okay.
And they were like, remember that scene from season 1? What if there's more to that? And I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And I'm like, I think he's just mentally watching his dad fuck all those people was probably weird and impacted him somewhat.
That was it. I mean, that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, people...
Yeah. They were like, what if more than that?
People had theories that I don't think were unfounded. Like, I know, like, where they're getting the thought from. But...
Yeah.
For, like, what the show does, I feel like... I thought it was pretty clear that it was what you just described, which is just like...
Yeah.
Well, seeing that puts that mental image in your head sort of permanently.
Yeah.
And you kind of don't have control over when it's going to pop up sometimes.
Well, also, he's like, yes, you can call me daddy. It's just like, oh, top 10 worst things you could ever...
Yeah.
Well, probably top 3 worst things to hear your dad say to
someone who isn't their child.
Yeah. And then you watch them have sex. It's like, that's traumatic.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're part of the reason there were theories was because in this episode, they say he was 11 when he found the tapes. And a later episode, I feel like they're just inconsistent, to be honest.
Oh yeah, they say like a slightly different
They
age.
say 8 to 9. And so people were like, wait, but he discovered tapes at 11. So what happened at age 9? They were just not paying attention to their timeline.
They made a
yeah, it was, yeah. But it just sort of like, I feel like showed one of the flaws of the show is that they just like, they open doors that then people will run through. And then they're like, just kidding, and then they close it. It was just a metaphor or whatever. So like,
yeah,
I'm like, it just clearly wasn't clear
interesting
enough.
Yeah, it feels like I've seen so many clips from like the second season and not a lot from the first, but there's like a scene with Kat that I've seen a lot where she's walking in the mall to a Billie Eilish song.
Yeah.
And there's the scene where it describes what types of stuff Nate likes in women. And that whole thing is like, and here's the origin of all of his weird psyche issues, where he's like, and I don't respect my mom because she's... It's like, okay.
She's weak because she didn't find tapes of her husband fucking other people.
Yeah. And she let herself go, which is a great thing to think about your mom.
To be fair.
Totally normal.
To be fair, the mom later gets sort of a long scene with Nate where they talk about stuff, and she is not a good mom.
That's fair.
She is terrible. So I was kind of like, oh.
Yeah. But it's this thing of, like, Nate being, like, super attracted to, like, the hairless, like, little girl virgin type stuff. And also, but also not liking weak women, which I'm like, yeah, you gotta work some shit out there, my guy.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm not sure your ideal woman exists, but, like, it's like, I want her to be perfect and virginal.
She's also has to wear these clothes.
And hot.
Like,
yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah. It's weird.
On the other hand, bisexual King Cal. The representation we all want.
My god. They are seriously, like, the messiest family. Ironically, except for, like, the older brother who...
Yeah, doesn't he just, like, not show up? So I feel like he's just, like, okay by not being there.
Yeah, I feel like he's a little bit
like
distant.
that his dad is like, I don't respect him because he's weak. It's like, oh, he's probably just not an asshole then.
Yeah. Although, oh my god, I can't wait for us to get to season 2, because there's just... like, the thing about the show is that some of the scenes I'm like, okay, this is fucked up, but, like, why is it so funny?
Is it the Cal pissing
oh
on the
my
floor
god,
thing?
it's so...
That audio is so funny to me.
It's so
It's like, I am who I am.
There are parts of it that are not funny, and you're like, Jesus. But then there are parts of it that are just so funny.
Yeah, it's like the thing of like, you can put yourself into the place, and then something happens that's just like so out where you're like, remember like violently that someone wrote this, and then they had to act it and edit it, and then it becomes like hilarious again.
Oh my god.
Where it's like, yeah, if this was real, it would be fucked up, but
But it's so funny.
as is, absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, sort of same with the play.
Yeah.
Also, like, speaking of viewers being confused, there was, like, so much confusion over the play, since you sort of know some stuff about it, and this is, like, not a spoiler. I feel like it's fine to say, but basically there's a part, the play episodes, they cut a lot between the play and real life scenes.
Yeah. Oh, was it the thing where people were like, but this happened after the play was written?
Yeah, so there was a lot of confusion there. I was confused by that too, but other people replied to the confused people being like, oh, it's obviously this. And I'm like, oh, actually that does make sense. But it happened before the play.
Yeah, it's just like the construction was weird. And
they left out one
show...
line that could have clarified everything. Like if she had just said, I read your play, answered. Yeah. But because she didn't say that, everyone was like, this, the continuity!
See, I just like the part in the play where people just start calling her Lexi. I'm like,
I know.
Love it.
I know. Yeah.
It was just like, she took the like, and when you graduate high school, you'll be a better person than anyone else. And she was like, I'm going to have that experience, but in high school. Fuck all of you. I'm not waiting. I'm doing it now.
Hope y'all are ready. And they weren't.
Honestly, they would not have allowed any sort of that kind of shit to happen at our school because everything was like super regimented. But had someone done this level of I'm going to just put everyone on blast, it would have been the funniest shit ever.
It would have been amazing, yeah, but it would have never been allowed.
Yeah, I feel like the real life version of that is just making a blog and like writing everyone's shit
Gossip
on there,
Girl.
and then yeah. Yeah, literally Gossip Girl.
Just be Gossip Girl. Damn.
just be Gossip Girl. The reboot isn't doing shit, so like, wait, is it that one or Pretty Little Liars that just got
It was
a reboot?
Gossip Girl. Pretty Little Liars had a spin-off a little while ago called The Perfectionists, which got canceled, but I just want to say that I had fun watching it.
Nice. I have that, like, the guy who did the Pretty Little Liars breakdown that are, like, multiple 3-hour-long videos of, like, what the fuck is going on in that show, and I have yet to watch it, but it looks astounding.
It is so, like, it reminds me so much of Vampire Diaries, just because, like, the last few seasons of the Vampire Diaries were just like, we don't know what to do. And that's the same. It's just like, they don't know what to do.
Well, let's do whatever the fuck.
Yeah, so, like, everybody in Vampire Diaries has, like, died and not died and has been a ghost the whole time and has been alive and not dead and is alive in another universe but is also dead in another like, it's just, like, everything has happened already. They've killed God and Satan and they've moved on to older gods. It's like...
Love it. Yeah, it's like in Supernatural where they're like, we've killed God and the devil. Fuck. Who's left? Then they gotta be like, this angel who's more powerful than God? Question
Well,
mark?
he probably is now that God's been killed.
Yeah.
But anyway.
It's hard, because Nate, he comes off like kind of a psychopath, but it's also a situation where I'm like, he could also just be not a very expressive actor. Because there's a lot of shots of him just looking like there's nothing happening in his brain.
Well,
just like
I would actually
like, either or.
I would actually say Nate's probably a psychopath.
That's fair. That's fair.
Just like, I feel like maybe he's like a made sociopath, you know?
Yeah. I feel like, with Cal, it's probably like, he probably inherited some traits, so Good luck with that. You were fighting the genetics to begin
Yeah,
with.
although it is sort of weird because there is a moment where like perhaps sadly, Cal redeems himself in some ways. I mean, he doesn't, but he does. I don't know how to describe it. It's sort of like he is humanized in later episodes in a way that Nate hasn't been. So
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna be like, oh, Nate's just like got just like a lot more issues to deal with and then he'll be okay, or if it's like he's
Yeah.
permanently not okay. It's pretty hard to tell.
Yeah. Yeah, because I have to be reminded, I'm like, technically these people are all like 18, 17, so they can change. Their brains have not stopped developing.
But they're not on a good path.
Question mark about Rue, because her brain got a lot of extra shit done to it. So,
Yeah.
God knows. But, yeah. Yeah, I'm like, there's the possibility of growth. You know, these people will go to college.
Be like
people.
McKay and be like,
who knows?
The coach won't put me on the put me on the field.
Also, okay, so consulting the tally. I did not keep track of how many penises.
There were too many. There were too many.
There were too many, but like no boobs. So the percentage is like highly penises and male butts to any female nudity.
Well, slowly the female nudity will catch up because we are not going to see pretty much any more dicks. I think that was like the dick episode. I'm pretty sure we won't see any more.
Someone like got their hands on the script and was like writing penises like into it, and then they immediately got told. It was like, no, you can't do that anymore.
It'd be crazy to like be one of the extras, be watching the show
Oh
like,
my
that's
God.
my dick. They cut my face out, but that's my
I'm
dick.
in Euphoria. The family's like, oh my God, tell us where, and you have to be like, no.
That was like
Just trust me, I'm in
there
it.
was, I guess someone met an actor from season 2 who was like, I'm in season 2 of Euphoria, and she was like, oh my God, I'll look for you. And then in the episode, he was like a random extra who shits on a toilet. But at least, like, I
Nice.
feel like I understand him sharing that more than if you were like one of the just a dick per people.
Yeah, because his face
His
is
face
there.
is there. And he has a line.
Yeah.
He says he's gonna take a shit.
Put that on the
It's
acting.
a
reel.
really well written series. I mean, you know.
Yeah. It's so
Oh, man.
realistic.
But yes,
Exciting. I mean,
It's building up.
The more I see it, the more I'm like, well, especially knowing where it's going. I'm like excited to see. Very concerned about Rue.
Yes. She remains concerned.
Very concerned about Jules. Everyone, I'm like, you need parental supervision. Your parents are not doing a good enough job.
Yeah, that is definitely it's very much one of those, the adults go missing because it's YA vibes.
Yeah. So if everyone here had good parents, there wouldn't be a reason for this show
Yeah,
to
they would just be like
exist.
doing homework. It'd be so
Yeah.
boring. Although people upload videos of them doing homework now for like 3 hours, so like, I guess. Anything's
Nice.
possible. But, man, yeah, we still got so much
Alright.
more to see. Rest of the season, and then the special episodes, and then second season. Because I will say that without the special episodes, it's like there's a giant hole. Like, there is nothing special about them. They're season 1.5. Like, you know what I mean? They're necessary viewing, and they're literally referenced back in season 2 episodes. So I'm like,
It's weird.
so, but yeah, episode 3 will be next.
Can't wait to see where things go, and I hope Nate stays the fuck away from Jules. I know he won't, but I'm ready.
Yeah,
ready.
sadly, like, the worst punishment I think Nate ever receives from anyone is literally Lexi's play. That's like as
Yeah, I was
bad as it
like,
gets
yeah,
for him.
because that was
Yeah.
embarrassing. But like, he could.
He literally commits
He could go through a lot
crimes
more.
and gets away with them.
I mean, realistic, but yeah.
So anyway, we'll be back